Hey everybody, Underscore here again with Random Respawn, and today I'm going to bring you another Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild farming video, and this video is going to be about farming fairies. So, fairies. Anybody who's played a Zelda game before, they know that if you die and have a fairy on hand, that fairy will revive you instantly and refill all of your hearts. So this is a great thing to have in your inventory when you're going against bosses or a new area, or just, to always have a couple on hand. Now, there are a couple issues with fairies and how they differ in Breath of the Wild as opposed to the other Zelda games. So, without further ado, I am going to explain how to get the maximum amount of fairies in your inventory as possible. So as you can see, I have 3 fairies in my inventory right now. Now, if you have 3 or more fairies on you at a time, no more fairies will show up in your world. So even if there's a blood moon and the fairies come back to where they normally show up, they won't be there. I guess this is put in place so you can't just have an infinite amount of fairies in your inventory and then just be, God mode. So what I found, and thank you to the Reddit user Zorafin for his comment and turning me on to this idea, is that if you have 2 fairies, fairies will spawn in the world. If you have 3 fairies, no fairies spawn. I have 3 fairies right now. So, as you can see, I am at a Great Fairy Fountain. There should be 4 fairies that spawn at every Great Fairy Fountain, and you don't see any. So, I definitely didn't pick up these guys. They should be here, but since I have 3, they're not going to show up. Now, here's the trick. I'm going to hold one in my hand and wait. Oh my god. I hope everybody saw, but the 4 fairies that are supposed to be here have now spawned into the world. So all I had to do was get my inventory, what I actually had in my backpack. I don't know if Link carries a backpack, who knows. I just had to get it down to 2. So the game registered that I only had 2 whenever I held one in my hand, even though technically I still had 3. So as soon as it registered that there were only 2 in my inventory, it spawned the fairies that should be at this location. And as you can see, I've already collected 1, and I am going to collect the rest of these. Now, I have the full Sheikah outfit on here so I don't scare any of the fairies away, because if they hear you, they will despawn after they fly away a little bit. So I'm just going to sort of crouch around, try and pick up these fairies. There we go. We still got one. Oh, we still got one more over here. Let's try not to scare him away. Him or her, I don't know. Are fairies female, genderless, gender fluid? Who knows? Okay, so this is our last fairy we're looking for, and he does not want to come down. Alright. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, I now have 7 fairies in my inventory. Used to have 3, held 1, let them spawn, picked up those 4. I have 7. Now, here comes the exciting part, because normally this would be what you think is the max, but let's cut to the next Great Fairy Fountain. Alright, so we are at the next Great Fairy Fountain. This is one by Kakariko Village, and as you can see here, I still have our 7 fairies after our last little farm session. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hold 5. So this still brings us back down to 2, which should spawn more fairies. So we're going to put those fairies away. We're going to just walk around, grab these fairies. Let's see if we can get this guy. There's that guy. Or girl, or gender fluid, whatever it may be. If anybody knows the gender of a fairy in Legend of Zelda, let me know. Let me know. If they have a gender, who knows? All right, so we got one last one. Come on, come on, boom. 11 freaking fairies. So This, I believe, is going to be your max because you can't hold more than 5 at a time, and you need to get your inventory down to 2 in order to really take advantage of this respawning method. So the general rule here is get your inventory down to 2 fairies. You do that by holding fairies in your hand. Be at a fairy spawning location, all of the great fairy fountains. They should have 4 each, and then pick up those. Rinse and repeat until you get to 11, and I believe that's going to be the max fairies you can have at a time. You can probably get a couple of more by letting the fairies go, but that's going to be tricky. You would have to let the fairies go, have them spawn, and then immediately pick up your fairies, because the ones that you let go, they're going to instantly fly away and despawn. You have about 2 seconds to catch them, so it would be kind of tough. So if that's the case, then the theoretical max would be 15, but that would be really hard to do. If I do it, I'll capture a video of it and show you guys, but for now, this is how you get the maximum amount of fairies in your inventory. And where are our fairies? Boom, 11 fairies. I don't know what you would be doing that you die more than 11 times in a row without figuring something out, but if you use this method, you're good to go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hopefully I helped somebody out here, brought their fairy inventory up to 11. Definitely love turning anything up to 11. So yeah. Again, I have been Underscory with Random Respawn. This has been my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild fairy farming video. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to bring you the best Zelda content I can and help you guys survive out in the wild. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.